Hello, it's Elena,
And I'm Emerson.
and we will be talking about volleyball injuries and how they affect people and players. We both play volleyball. I'm a right side hitter,
And I play all around, but I'm good at certain spots.
so we both know all sports can be super dangerous, as many injuries can be caused. Let's discuss some injuries that may occur when playing volleyball.
For this discussion, we will be bringing in
So we will be asking her questions such as,
do you have personal experiences with volleyball injuries? If so, how did they affect you or others?
Hi, I'm a middle hitter, and my injury was I jammed my thumb while setting.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Ava. Setting could be super dangerous because of your fingers.
I agree with that. The National Library of Medicine stated that common injuries in volleyball include ankle sprains, finger and thumb sprains, overuse injuries of the shoulder, and concussions.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, you will have to fill out a concussion form. It is for when you get hurt so your coach will know what to do.
Yeah, I have never been injured, but my sister had an incident with an inflamed overuse of her shoulder. She had to sit the rest of the set.
I, however, have had an injury. Once, I was at a volleyball camp for SVSU. We were playing a game, and I was going to do an overhand serve. When I did that, my thumb had bent in and got hit by the ball. After that, I had to tape my thumb so it wouldn't straighten.
Next question. Do you know any ways to heal injuries that could be caused when playing volleyball?
I would say that icing your injuries is a good thing to do, especially when tearing muscles. When icing the injury, you should do it for about 10 to 15 minutes every day for at least a week or so.
By getting medical attention and getting prescriptions.
I agree with you because generally, if you don't get like a prescription or something, like you just have to let it treat itself, and that can take a really long time.
Along with those, you also want to make sure you're treating the right injuries, because if you let some injuries heal on their own that aren't supposed to, it could lead to a worse injury that could let you out for the season or maybe even longer.
According to sports medicine program, usually injuries can be treated non-operatively with bracing and physical therapy or home rehabilitation exercises. Here's the link to read more about this article.
That was a lot of good information to help with injury healing in the future.
How to prevent the injuries from happening.
To have the right equipment and have the right skills.
I agree with that because some things can happen, like if you don't dive properly, you can get seriously hurt. That can affect how you play and how much playing time you get in a game.
I agree with that as well, because not having the proper training to gain those skills, you could end up with a lot of painful injuries.
Many young athletes are focusing on just one sport and are training year-round, and doctors are seeing an increase in overuse injuries. The American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons has partnered with Stop Sports Injuries to help educate parents, coaches, and athletes about how to prevent overuse injuries. Specific tips to prevent overuse injuries include: parents, limit the number of teams your child is playing on in one season. Kids who play on more than one team are especially at risk of overuse injuries. And do not allow your child to play one sport year-round. Taking regular breaks and playing other sports are essential to skill development and injury prevention.
Do you know any professional players that have been injured or just any people that got hurt while playing? If so, how did it affect them?
One of my friends on my old volleyball team broke her pinky while she was setting. It really affected the whole team by not having the normal setter there and having to find a replacement for the season.
A couple of ways to prevent injuries before, during, and after playing are to maintain fitness, warm up and stretch, cool down and stretch, hydrate, and use sun protection. Maintaining fitness is good for physical condition at the start of volleyball seasons. If you are out of shape at the start of the season, you could increase your activity level and slowly build back up to higher fitness levels. Secondly, warming up and stretching is a good according to research studies. They have shown that cold muscles are more prone to injury and that you should warm up with jumping jacks, cycling, running, or walking in place for 3 to 5 minutes. Also, cooling down and stretching at the end of practice is often neglected. Stretching can help reduce muscle soreness and keep muscles long and flexible. Be sure to stretch after each training or practice to reduce your risk of injury. Another good thing to do is to hydrate. Even mild levels of dehydration can hurt the athletic performance. If you have not had enough fluids in your body, you will not be able to effectively cool yourself down through sweat and evaporation. A good thing to do is to drink at least 24 ounces of non-caffeinated fluid 2 hours before exercise. Lastly, if you are playing outdoor volleyball, then I would recommend using sun protection. When playing volleyball outdoors, apply at least SPF 15 sunscreen before you go outside, and do this about every 2 hours. You should also wear sunglasses to filter out UVA and UVB rays, and wear a hat with a visor to shade your eyes and face.
Protection to prevent injuries. Use knee pads and defensive pants to protect yourself from injury. When you fall or dive into the court, you should also try to wear shoes that provide strong ankle and arch support and offer good shock absorption. It would also help to wear an ankle support to provide stability and prevent your foot and ankle from rolling over to the side.
Do you know any professional players that have been injured or just any other people that got hurt while playing? If so, how did it affect them?
Our interviewer said,
One of my friends on my old volleyball team broke her pinky while she was setting. It really affected the whole team by not having a setter there, and finding a replacement for the rest of the season was really hard.
Yeah, I know that setting can really affect someone if they don't hit the ball right. In your situation, because you don't have a setter, you could have lost, affecting the energy of the team. With the setter being the main position, you need to be focused, doing the right moves to set correctly.
I agree, because once I was playing volleyball and I was supposed to set the ball when it was thrown to me, but I wasn't focused and it got too close to my face. The next thing I knew, I was on the floor. Now, I know I need to be more focused at all times, no matter what, because you could cause an injury to yourself or someone else. And like Elena said, it could affect you and your entire team. One player who was recently injured while playing volleyball is Olympic gold medalist Kiri Walsh-Jennings. Walsh-Jennings was playing in a beach volleyball tournament when she landed awkwardly on her ankle. She was immediately taken to the hospital where she was diagnosed with a torn Achilles tendon. This injury will likely keep her out of the competition for several months. Listen or read to this article to learn about what happened to Olympic volleyball player Kiri Walsh-Jennings.
Wow, that could be life-changing for Kiri Walsh-Jennings and anyone in general. I hope she could continue her volleyball career as soon as possible, as the Achilles tendon being torn is a popular injury.
From 3,000 miles away, I watched my daughter, Christina Matthews, collapse in Seattle as she played in a professional beach volleyball tournament in June 2018. Her opponent had stepped under the net, causing her to fall as she jumped to spike the ball. This quote was from the mother of Christina Matthews.
Hearing that from a mother experience, it's almost heartbreaking. You can really tell how much that affected Christina and her career, along with her family.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of watching one of my family members get hurt on TV and not even be able to do anything but book some plane tickets and hope that they're okay.
So now that we've interviewed, we hope you know some more information that you could use when you play volleyball. The National Library of Medicine says volleyball is a limited contact sport and is considered a safe sport with low incidence of injury. But in the end, we all know that there are some serious injuries that come with sports, even volleyball.
Thank you for your time. Signing off, this is Emerson Jurek and
Elena Robinson.
And thank you so much to April for being a part of this podcast today. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe out there and good luck.